All right, welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd try something new. We're going to play a little bit of Madden 09, and we're going to take the draft classes that we've been pulling from our college football game and try and get them into Madden. The problem with this is the game is, well, it's really old. It came out in 2008. It's 2023 as of this recording, and a lot of these files just don't carry over. So there's several years where the draft classes are just broken. But this is our team. We're going to be playing as the El Paso Rattlers. We have removed the Houston Texans, and we have put in what is the worst team in the NFL. If you see these numbers coming across, they're not glitches. These guys are terrible. 55 overall, 40 overall. A lot of really bad players. And we're going to try our best to make this team better. So we have a couple rules that we're going to be putting into place here. Rule number one, we have to re-sign everybody. We cannot pull any free agents. We can't pull any stars or studs out of free agency. They either have to be on the team or we have to draft them. Rule number two, we can only get new players, better players through the draft. Rule number three, the only trades we are allowed are when we trade for draft picks. So we can trade our players, but we have to get draft picks in return. We cannot get another player in return. And lastly, if somehow I mess up on the player breakdown and I don't have enough players to start a season, I will have to go into free agency once the season is, the season has already started, and I have to pull the worst rated player out of the entire thing. So if I'm short on running backs, or if I'm short on quarterbacks, I can't take the best running back or quarterback left in free agency. I have to take the worst one. So the first bit of business in the offseason is re-signing all these free agents. They are terrible. They are not good players, but we're keeping them because we have no choice. We will, however, consider trading some of them away, some of our higher rated players, for some low-level draft picks. Because the thing is, we're going to be using NCAA 09 draft classes, and those players are all going to be better than any of these players here. It's a blessing and a curse using the draft classes. The classes are all going to be great, but it also means that the entire league is going to get better. You're not going to find many players that are going to come in the 50s. They're all going to be 60s, 70s, 80s. A lot of your top draft picks have the potential to be 85 plus. So we're going to see a lot of great talent coming into the league through these classes. But before we can get into that, we need to just sign all these players and move on to our next step. All right, so the first player we're looking at trading away is our quarterback. We pulled him out for a third, a fifth, and a seventh round pick. All great quality picks for a player that's just in the 78 or so. And the next guy we're looking at probably pulling, I thought about taking Foley, but I'm going to leave Foley there. And Justin Taylor, he's going to be the guy we're going to look at trading away. We're going to see what we can pull for Taylor. Again, has to be draft picks. We cannot take anything else. So I think we found our draft partner here, our trade partner, and it's going to be the Falcons. So we're going to try and take the Falcons here and give them Taylor and see what we can pull for draft picks. Looks like we can get the 4th and the 5th. Possibly the 6th here, but it's going to put us below the minimum tight ends, which means that we would have to transfer a guy from wide receiver to tight end. Also, we have too many picks. We're only allowed to have 10 picks in Madden when it comes into the draft. You can't take future picks, so I can't go for the following year's first-round pick. It's all within this season, and we have to go with just 10. So we have what we want. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take one of our wide receivers, convert them to a tight end so that Taylor is viable in this trade and we won't feel the hit, because you cannot trade if you're below the minimum amount of players for a side. Now that all of our trades are ready and we're set up, we're going to take a quick run through the free agent list and all these great players that are 90 plus, and we're going to ignore them. This is what we need. These are the positions that we're still hurting for, and we're going to be drafting. And then whatever we can't fill in the draft, we are going to pick up the worst players in free agency at the end of the offseason. So let's go ahead and speed up this draft and speed up this free agency, and then move on to the draft where we will start making this team so much better. All right, looking at the draft board here, these are the top players. You can see we have some great quarterbacks, wide receivers, offensive linemen, defensive players. There is nothing that we can't accept because this team is terrible everywhere. we don't have any one good position, anything solid. Even that good defensive lineman that we have at 80 overall, he's the one guy we have. So it is time to start the draft, and we're going to skip rookie workouts. I don't like doing rookie workouts. I think they're kind of a waste of time. They don't give you much more than what you already know. So let's start this draft, and let's pick our first player. So we're looking at the best available here, and I really think we're going to go with a quarterback. The running back seems to be a nice pick too, but look at the quarterback speed there. James Bennett has 4.37 40 time. So we're going to draft James Bennett as the first pick and the future face of the franchise here in El Paso. So here's the first mistake I made. The buttons, the little itchy there. I wanted to reject that trade. I ended up accepting it. So now I have 2 first-round picks. I lost a second and third-round pick. So we're going to grab an offensive tackle in the first round to help protect our number 1 pick. All right, we don't pick again until round 3. With the third pick in the third round, it looks like we're going to be pulling Leslie Bowser. There's a couple different options here, but I really think that Bowser is our best option, and I want to go with him. We need something on defense to kind of set some kind of cornerstone, right? Because we have the cornerstone on offense. Now we need a cornerstone on defense. With the first pick in the 4th round, we're going to pick Ramon Fontaine to create a set of bookends on the defensive line to help get pressure on the quarterback. If we can create pressure, maybe we can get rid of or help eliminate some of the glaring deficiencies on the rest of our defense. If we can create pressure and force bad throws, maybe, just maybe, the defense will be in better position in other times to help get this team over the hurdle, because it's going to be tough. All right, there's no secret that we need special teams as well, so we're going to take Ron Newman, the kicker from Georgia, with the 24th pick in the 4th round. Project the 2nd round pick, already dropping down 2 rounds, which means it should be a good value for us. Normally, you don't draft kickers and punters until the end of it, but we are out by the 7th round, so we're at the halfway point, and I'd like to get a quality kicker because that's going to help the game overall. With the 5th pick, or the first pick in the fifth round, we're picking Chris Higgins, the fullback. And then right there in the 3rd pick, we need some speed. So we focused a lot on offense, and I think we're going to keep that offensive focus going. We're going to draft Adam Irby. He is one of the fastest players left. We're in the 5th round. Not a bad time to get a wide receiver. I would have liked to get one sooner, but there's so many needs on this team. So Adam Irby is our pick. Continuing on the offensive side of the ball, I've definitely made this a more offensive draft. We're going to be picking Steve McCollin, the center, out of Alabama, and hopefully strengthening up that offensive line. And then here, with the first pick in the 7th round, we have so many holes still to fill. But we're going to grab J.R. Parker, who's supposed to be a 4th round guy in the 7th round. And that concludes our draft. Overall, we filled a few holes, but there's so many that it's almost impossible to fill in one draft. Interestingly enough, our overall draft grade is an F, which I didn't see coming, but we'll see how it actually looks when we start signing these guys and seeing their overalls. So this is our draft board. We have Bennett, Tyler, Bowser, Fontaine, Newman, Higgins, and a few more down the bottom. So let's start signing, guys. Bennett is an 86 overall rookie. You gotta love that. Moving on to Mario Tyler, our left tackle of the future. We're gonna sign him for 5 years. We're gonna sign him for 7 years. And he's an 82 overall. So we've got a good start on an offensive line that was terrible. Let's move through and sign the rest of these guys out. So here you can see the rest of our picks. Everyone is a 70 or better, with the exception of J.R. Parker, the rookie punter that fell all the way down to the end of the draft, and he is a 58. One of the rare low spots in a draft. To see as a 58 actually is kind of surprising coming out of the college game. But here he is, and we got him. This is probably why they gave us an F in our class rating here. James Bennett is the guy, the face of the franchise, our future. He has decent throwing power, 87. Throwing accuracy is 85. Awareness already a 70, which is great for a rookie quarterback. And look at that speed, 90 speed. This man is going to be leading the team. Everything is going to rest on what he can do on the offense because our defense is going to struggle. Leslie Bowser, 79 overall. He's going to be leading that defense. Ramon Fontaine, also 79 overall with great speed, 82 speed for a defensive end. Hopefully we can get him around some tackles and get pressure on the quarterback and help the rest of the defense. The rookie kicker, great kicking power. Higgins is a really good 80 speed fullback. We're going to have to get him involved. And then Adam Irby with 90 speed, he's going to be our playmaker on the outside. And we're just going to have to do what we can with this squad. So offense is where we're going to be focused on this year. Next year, hopefully we win some games. We can trade some things around and we'll start drafting defense. Let's not waste any more time. We're going to get right into the action. The Rattlers' first game is a home game against the Ravens. You see there, we are 69 overall and a 64 defense and 52 special teams, 71 offense. And we're going against a really good Ravens squad. So we pick it up here. Second down and 20. And Joe Flacco goes deep. And Fontaine gets the first sack of many. We again pick up more action. And Williams makes the catch. Fourth down, though, forces them to turn it over. Bennett, first time with the ball, showing some plays, goes to Irby, but cannot get to fourth down. Third down and 2. Flacco looking to score. Finds a man wide open, and he just falls into the touchdown. Ravens take the early lead. Bennett comes in, third down and 8, looking for a play, and he sees his tight end way out there. Richards, the wide receiver, converted the tight end. Bennett again, another nice play, looking for something, and he lets the wheels go. This is that 90 speed in action. First down, Rattlers. Third down and 2 again. Bennett's looking, doesn't see much, and decides to throw across his body to Irby. First down. Bennett gives it to Floyd, who pushes his way in, and we tie up the ball game. Ravens are looking to close out the second half. After trading field goals, Flacco throws it into the flat. Griffith intercepts it, tries to take it in, but he is too slow to make that play. That's all right, though. Third down, Bennett has the ball, throws it to Irby for the touchdown. 17-10 at the half. But wait, Flacco throws it deep, and they catch the ball. No time left on, taking it back. There's no defense for the Rattlers right now. 17-17, going into the third. Bennett trying to bring his team back, doing the best he can as a rookie. Throws the ball into the flat. Irby gets another touchdown, taking the lead back. On the ensuing kickoff, Figures takes the ball, finds a lane, pushes through. Look at the great movement by him, and then there's no speed on the Rattlers team, so he runs it all the way coast to coast. Kickoff return for a touchdown, and this game is tied back up. Bennett comes in, looking for the play. He throws it deep, gets a nice over-the-shoulder Irby with 3 touchdowns already. The rookies are doing their best to stay in this game with a much better team. Irby having 107 yards, 11 catches, 3 touchdowns. We get the ball back. Bennett goes for the throw. He gets it to Higgins, the other rookie, the fullback, getting another touchdown, putting them up. The game is now almost out of reach, 37-24, 38-24. And special teams shows its ugly head again. Figures finds a wide open lane. There's no one around him. Nothing but green space. Another kickoff return for a touchdown. This game is now a 1-possession game. Bennett trying to lock it up. Gets the ball to Irby on 3rd and 13. Keeps the clock rolling. And that is it. A 1-touchdown win, 38-31. El Paso and Bennett had to do everything they possibly could and just threw the ball over and over again because there's no defense and there's no running team here either. They are not a solid running team. All right, week 2, we're playing the Buffalo Bills on their home turf. Kicking in early. Edwards finds Fine, gets that touchdown, and they have the early lead. But Bennett is not afraid to make the plays as well. 3rd and goal, marching down the field. He finds he can't make it though. And they are resulting in a field goal. Edwards again looking for it, but gets sacked. The fumble recovery by the defense. The defense actually showing up, making great plays, puts Bennett in great position. Looking, finds Warren, does not get enough for the first down, results in another field goal. 1st down and 10, Edwards looking deep, gets the ball to Lee Evans, who breaks the tackle, and once you're behind this defense, there is no stopping. A nice long touchdown, and they have a 8-point lead. 17-6, picking it up, 1 minute left in the second quarter. Irby finds some blocks, shifts through, takes his time, a little bit of patience, but he's gone. He is not going to be caught, and he gets the first kickoff return for a touchdown. The rookie cannot be denied. He is going to score points. We pick it up 13-17, 2 minutes left into the third quarter. Bennett looks for an opening here, trying to get the lead for his team, moves around, but it's incomplete, resulting in a 4th down, another field goal. 17-16, the Bills are up by 1. Edwards deep back in the rain, wide open, splits the safeties, Parrish is in for a touchdown, and they widen their gap. It doesn't stop there, though, because Jackson gets through the hole. No one's going to catch him, and he just chunks off another huge run. Big plays are the problem with this Rattler team. 31-16, and Jackson does it again. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. This is not a close game at all. Bennett, trying to salvage something out of this, is looking down the field, tries to keep the play alive as long as he can, gets it to Richards, but it's tipped and intercepted, and this pretty much ends it for the Rattlers. 52-23. 1-1 after 2 games and a humiliating loss in Buffalo. Week 3 brings us back at home, and we're going to be playing against the Arizona Cardinals. Again, another great team against us. We're not good at all. Early in the game, Leinert's looking to throw, but Coyle picks this one off. The defense making yet another play. Can the offense capitalize on a rare defensive gem? Bennett goes deep, sees Richards wide open in the end zone, gets that touchdown, takes the early lead. Parker punts this ball away on a 4th down. Terrible punt, gets shimmied. We give him way too much space to catch it, and Antonio Rogers-Cromartie just runs a punt now back for a touchdown. We have given up many touchdowns on special teams. I think this is our 4th or 5th, and it doesn't get much better. Bennett's coming in, trying to keep this game close, gets it to Warren for a touchdown, and the lead is back with the Rattlers. But Leinert's not to be denied. He's looking, he finds Pope, gets the first down, keeps pushing. They go in. We're going no huddle now in Arizona because we're close to the end of the half and they want to try and get something going. Leinart in the shotgun, high snap, throws it deep, gets it to Tolman. It's a touchdown, and this game is tied. Irby, we mess up the kick here, almost overthrows it, but Irby looks for a lane here, finds one, shimmies through, gets some really great blocks, and he is off to the races. So special teams really matter in this game because it can change the dynamic of a game in an instant. We are now up 21-17, ending this first half. Taking in the second half, Bennett finds Richards for another touchdown, pushing the lead further, but Leinart, not to be stopped, finds Pope in the end zone for a touchdown, and this game continually goes back and forth. Bennett, play action, looking for something, doesn't see anything, uses that 90 speed to get 25, 30 yards out there for a first down and keep the drive going. Later on, we see him throw deep, and it's intercepted. He just puts not enough air on that throw, and Irby can't make the play on it, and it's a pick. Leinart makes a throw to Martin, who pushes off 2 defenders, and the third one misses, and then he is off to the races. Another big play, burning this Rattler defense. But Bennett won't be stopped. 31-31, fourth quarter. Irby gets the touchdown, takes the lead with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. But like every other touchdown, we have to kick this ball off. It goes right to Antonio Rodgers-Cromartie. 2 guys miss, jumps over another, bowls over a tackler, and then he just lets his speed defeat our slow special teams. And this game is tied back up with a minute left to play. They go for a kick with 7 seconds left, and they try and take the win 51 yards out, and it just hooks to the left. We are going to overtime. First down and 10, we have the ball, and we are looking. Floyd tries to get the ball right up the middle, and we are going to kick this one and take an overtime victory and a 2-1 record heading into week 3. 41-38 is your final, and the Rattlers, it's all about offense. Next game is against the Jets, and we pick it up 1st and goal, 2.5 left in the first. Bennett goes deep, looks for Higgins, the fullback, with another receiving touchdown. We get the ball back. Bennett finds Richards in the end zone for yet another touchdown. This is the first game where they're actually taking the lead and exerting dominance until this play here where Jones pushes off the defender, shakes him off, and runs all the way down the field for another big gain, bringing the game back down to a 1-score difference. But Bennett doesn't stop here. He looks, he finds Carey in the end zone, touchdown, 21-7 the Rattlers. We get the ball back again, 21-7, and Richards is wide open for his second touchdown, 22 seconds left in the half. McKinney gives it back to Jones, who is a tough runner and gets past the first and second defense, and there's no one left. The safeties aren't catching him, the corners aren't catching him, and he's making this a closer ball game than we'd like. 28-14 going to half. Pick it up now, start of the fourth quarter. McKinney is looking, finds the throw, gets it to Lavernius Coles, and this is now a 1-possession game, 28-21. McKinney has the ball, 1 minute left in the fourth quarter, looks, and an interception by Paschal takes the touchback, and that ends this game, 28-21. The Rattlers are now sitting at 3-1 and looking really good, all things considered. The offense is great. The defense is struggling. Week 5 action pits the El Paso Rattlers against the Tennessee Titans. We're sitting 3-1. They're 1-2, and we're going to kick this game off. Vince Young looks for the end zone, but gets sacked and cannot make it, so we're looking at a 3-0 game. Bennett down there trying to not let go like Young did, looking for something, holding the play, extending as long as he can, uses his legs, and goes in for the touchdown, 7-3 El Paso. Vince Young, though, will not be denied. Second and goal, he gives the ball to Jones, and they're in for the touchdown, 10-7. Bennett gives it to Higgins, tries to get in the end zone, pushes it just past that end zone line, and they take the lead again, 14-10. This game is close for a while, until Vince Young finally finds a man wide open, and we're not catching him. He got behind the defense, and they score a 32-yard touchdown. Bennett trying to make this game close, trying to bring his team back, and we have Irby catching that ball, diving for the end zone, taking the lead back right before half. But if you see me showing a kickoff, that means our special teams has failed us. And there's a bad guy here, Chris Johnson. You might remember him as being the fastest man in the NFL. Well, he proves it again by outrunning everybody. And he takes this to the house for 98 yards, 24-21. We kick it back to start the half, and guess what? We can't catch this kid. He's gone yet again. Nobody's going to find him. Nobody's going to catch him. He is gone. Our special teams are terrible, and we have given up so many touchdowns. The game was never close. We picked up a touchdown in mop-up time trying to get something going for Bennett, but overall, we dropped to 3-2. All right, heading into week 6, we are 3-2, and we're going up against the San Francisco 49ers. It's time to play yet again, kicking this ball off to the 49ers. Special teams is always a scary thing when you're playing on the Rattlers this year. And Hill proves it yet again by following his blockers and finding a gaping hole right down the middle, and takes it over 99 yards for a touchdown, taking the lead for San Francisco early. This game is a game of 2 halves. First half, team scores. Second half, nothing happens. So everything's going to be here. Bennett, 3rd and inches, finds Higgins yet again, the rookie fullback, catching a touchdown. But this is San Francisco, and they have Frank Gore, who's one of the Hall of Fame running backs, and he shows it here by ripping off a huge run right through the teeth of the defense and puts San Francisco back on top. But Bennett, not to be denied, play action, holds the playoff, sees Irby coming across. Irby dives for the touchdown, and that is a 17-14 lead going into the half. Nobody scores in the second half. The defenses are constantly punting and nothing shows. I'd like to thank you for hanging out, for watching the first 6 games of this season. If you like it, please leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you on the next episode.